Doctor, what is this PowerPoint slide showing the jury?
This is the section of the instructions for use, which is called adverse reactions, complications, if you will. What are highlighted are the additional adverse reactions that were placed in the 2015 instructions for use that were not present in the 2008 instructions for use.
And let's go through a few of these for the jury. A foreign body response may occur. Are they calling it transitory anymore?
No.
And then they say that that foreign body response may result in extrusion, erosion, exposure, fistula formation, and or inflammation. So they're not saying that's all transitory anymore.
Correct.
Let me go down. Acute and or chronic pain. Tell me if I'm wrong. Was pain even mentioned other than transient leg pain for 24 to 48 hours that you could cure with aspirin?
No.
Back in 08?
No.
Avoiding dysfunction. We went through before, it only talked about too much tension could cause an obstruction.
From the time of implant. Correct.
Avoiding dysfunction, is that a broader term?
Yes.
What else is that telling us?
Well, it doesn't give us when that voiding dysfunction will occur. It doesn't tell us the severity of the treatability, but it is acknowledging it takes away voiding dysfunction from only occurring if you put it in too tight.
Pain with intercourse, which in some patients may not resolve. Was there any mention of pain with intercourse in the prior?
No.
I meant to say the prior IFU. Now, neuromuscular problems, including acute and or chronic pain in the groin, thigh, leg, pelvic and or abdominal area may occur. Was there any reference to that in the prior IFU that I showed you?
Well, the only mention was, as we talked about, the 24 to 48 hours, which would be acute. But now they've acknowledged that this can last and be chronic, which was not in the 2008 instructions for use.
One or more revision surgeries may be necessary to treat these adverse reactions. Is there any discussion of the surgical procedures and the need for potentially multiple surgeries to treat these conditions in the 2008 IFU?
No.
Proline mesh is a permanent implant that integrates into the tissue. In cases in which the proline mesh needs to be removed in part or whole, significant dissection may be required. Was there any discussion of any of that in the 2008 IFU?
Well, this is different from what they described as that there's nice integration with the tissue that we saw in the 2008 IFU, which would suggest that all you needed to do was open up the area and you could easily remove the mesh, the TBT obturator. This is showing that there are processes such as the chronic foreign body reaction, the scar plating, that would make it very difficult to remove once those processes happen.
I want to go up to one that's not highlighted, right in the middle. There's a bullet that starts with a plastic sheath. This is just above acute and or chronic pain. Do you see where I'm looking?
Yes.
Right under that it says, overcorrection, i.e. too much tension applied to the tape, may cause temporary or permanent lower urinary tract obstruction. So that information was in previously, but now it says it could be temporary or permanent.
Correct.
More information.
Correct.
Do you have an opinion as to whether this additional information that's added should have at the very least been in the 2008 IFU 7 years before?
Yes.
And did you see the deposition of Marty Weisberg, the corporate representative for medical affairs on this? Did you see his deposition?
Yes.
And did he acknowledge that they knew all these risks from the beginning and could have reasonably and feasibly warned of all of them from the beginning?
Leading.
Another question.
Yes.
And do you have an opinion as to whether these risks, at the very least, should have been in the IFU from the beginning?
Yes.
What's your opinion?
That these should have been in the instructions for use since the time of launch in January of 2004.